Okay, so I'm watching a video called Singaporean comedian Jocelyn Chia's MH370, which is a missing airline in Malaysia. Don't know where it went. Joke, doesn't land with Malaysians. So this is from some Singaporean TV and is showing in some American club or something like that. So I'm going to try reacting to this video as a heart of a Malaysian. So let's watch it together, shall we?
My country, Singapore, after we gained independence from the British, we were a struggling little nation. In order to survive, we formed a union with a larger, more powerful country, Malaysia. Where are you from, Malaysia or Singapore? Malaysia, okay, yeah, you assholes.
Okay, so when the audience were laughing about this joke, I don't know what is with the audience, why they find that funny.
When my Prime Minister went on TV to announce that you guys had dumped us, he cried because he thought we're not going to survive without you. But then 40 years later, we became a first world country. And you guys, Malaysia, what are you now? Still a developing country.
It's funny that some people think that 40 years later they're still a developing country and all the audience are laughing. The audience must have a pretty bad sense of humor, don't you think so?
Oh, boo.
How is that even funny?
You, Malaysia.
People are still laughing about this. I don't understand what's the humor behind this. Some people just don't know how to laugh to a certain thing, and they think that statement like this is a joke. Just because of Jocelyn Chia's status as a stand-up comedian, so they think it's funny. But I tell you something, if Jocelyn Chia loses her status as a stand-up comedian, I think people will bash her up. I tell you that.
Isn't it the best breakup revenge? Now Malaysia.
Okay, breakup revenge. I mean that Singapore has been with Malaysia with quite a long time since the World War II, and then they became an independent country. That's true, but you don't have to state that this breakup is considered a revenge. What are you talking about, Jocelyn?
Now Malaysia, y'all trying to come around like, hey, Singapore, you're looking good lah.
You sure we are thinking Singapore is good lah? Are you sure about that? I mean, some Malaysians might think Singapore is better than Malaysia, and that's true. I understand, but for me as a Malaysian, I don't think so. I tell you what, Singapore, how to say, your food, especially Bak Kut Teh, is worse than Malaysia in every aspect. So don't say Malaysia is thinking that Singapore is looking good lah. I mean, considering our food and considering that most Malaysians are speaking English better than Singaporeans in a total, check the facts yourself before saying this statement, okay?
And we're like, I know, but why haven't you?
I know. Yeah, I know. I mean, some Singaporeans even dread to be like Malaysians in a way also. They don't simply say, I know.
Visit me in 40 years.
Okay, when you say you haven't visited Singapore in 40 years, I mean, a lot of Malaysians have been going in and out of Singapore for the past 40 years. What are you talking about?
And you're like, oh, yeah, I tried, but you know, my airplanes cannot fly.
Okay, when you say that Malaysians airplanes cannot fly, is that really true? I mean, it's just one flight, MH370. Some other Malaysian flights might not be able to fly, that's true. But I mean, considering the failure rates are quite high among the airline industries, it is not to say that all Malaysian airplanes cannot fly. Because my mother flew in a Malaysian airplane before. She landed safely so many times, coming back safe and sound. She's been going to trips in and out, and she's doing well. I mean, she's coming back safely every single time as a business trip. She does that very often. So when you say that Malaysian airplanes cannot fly, you gotta be telling a bad joke, or you probably went drunk on the day you went on a stand-up comedy.
What? Malaysian airlines airlines going missing not funny, huh?
You talk as if it's a joke. And you think it's a joke.
Some jokes don't land.
Oh yeah, but your joke don't land.
This joke kills in Singapore.
Oh, look at the evil laugh. Wow. It's funny that the audience think that this is funny also. I think the audience have a pretty bad heart for laughing with this joke. Yeah, you probably are.
I get a bad year review from the Malaysians.
She doesn't care. Looking at how she laughs and how she shrugs it off, it seems that she doesn't care about her status as a professional stand-up comedian.
It's okay, they don't have internet.
Oh, I have internet. I'm watching this video right now while streaming in Malaysia, so I definitely have internet. I think she took a lot of drugs before going onto stage, and she's laughing at herself. Okay, so what about this video actually? I think it's a pretty bad take on a comedian joke. I think the sponsor who hired her definitely has some kind of mental problem. I think it is. Or maybe they weren't expecting this. Okay, so what do I really think about this offensive take of stand-up comedy? I think basically is that, number one, the audience are trying to laugh as hard as they can to support her show. Probably the audience are stupid enough to not know that this is a joke, and this is probably stupid enough to not have the heart for an airline that went missing. And I don't think it's Malaysian Airlines' fault. I don't think so. There must be some kind of factor or something. But I mean, this is an uncontrollable thing, so it's not funny to joke about it. That's what I think. So who's going to apologize for Jocelyn if she's not going to apologize? She made so many insults in this stand-up comedy. It's not even funny. It's like it's coming from her own heart and she's just shrugging it off. So when people are saying she's going to get a bad year review, I think this particular person is being fair also in a way, because he doesn't support the audience, he doesn't support her show. It's just on the spot. I think the other audience are just brainwashed into laughing with her or something like that. So yeah, that's what I really think.